Racism, discrimination, and sexual harassment. A victim's fight for justice. My name is Via Sherelle Bowden. Most people know me through my creative works. I'm the author of My Adventures. It is a children's book series written on an anti-bullying platform, and the creator behind Henry the Manifesting Unicorn. It's an animated cartoon that is built on the foundation of mindfulness and the ability to achieve anything you set your mind to. In addition to my artistry, I have been an IT professional for 15 years. I am grateful to my dad for instilling the skills in me needed to afford me the career that I have had, the career of a lifetime. My specialization has been in network databases, infrastructure, software quality, and compliance. I have worked for large reputable organizations in a variety of sectors ranging from regulated medical to aerospace and oil and gas. I operate as my own entity and am contracted through corporations to do IT professional consulting. In my last opportunity, I was faced with situations that I have never faced in my 15-year career. While I wish I could say that I have never encountered racism, as a mixed race Black woman in corporate America, that just isn't true. What I can say is that I have never encountered such egregious behavior from a group of people. As I complained of the racism and misconduct, I was also cornered by the vice president of the engineering firm, a sister organization to the organization that I was contracted through. And this person intimidated me, verbally assaulted me, and exposed himself in an obscene manner. He literally pulled his dick out of his pants against my will. I guess now is also a good time to add that I am a rape survivor, and this situation completely derailed my health, mental and physical. Accompanying that behavior was a period of anticipated provoked destitution. Let me explain. After experiencing multiple instances of racism and colorism on the job at Abbott Laboratories, I was hacked from Florida, which is where their corporate offices are. I was stalked. I had to call the police twice and file multiple police reports, and have had fraud activities on most of my accounts, public and private, business and personal, social media, banking, travel, email, etc. Most of these accounts were compromised as a result of what was going on. Multiple accounts were closed or changed, and there was a direct impact to my credit and my quality of life. I am not without fault. I understood the issues within the organization and the principles, and I did not leave initially. The first time I experienced racism, the first time I experienced discrimination or any type of colorism, the first time that this sexual, what I call a predator at this point, was intimidating me, was verbally abusive and or bullying me in a very toxic manner, I didn't leave. I opted to stay and allow the management team the opportunity to correct the issues. Unfortunately, that did not happen. What persisted was a series of poor recommendations to ignore the heinous behavior. Upon leaving the organization, I did engage with the EEOC, that is the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, to better understand what my legal rights are as a U.S. citizen / corporation. What I discovered in this process was mind-blowing, and I will continue to share the lessons learned in a series of videos that I'm doing, because I do believe that there are a lot of people who just don't understand this process, the process of being discriminated against in any form or fashion with an employer or a corporation, and the disadvantages as the victim. I have consulted several attorneys and was not completely surprised to learn that the engagement cost would start at about $100,000 and proceed from there. I am going to include a GoFundMe link for anyone who would like to help me with this process, because it has been now officially 16 months since I was forced to leave my previous employer. I left because the only other option was to stay and ignore the behavior, which was not an option. So I did feel forced to leave and have not been able to become gainfully employed since. due to retaliation, what I believe is retaliation and intimidation, and am working on proving. Part of the reason why it's so expensive, it was going to be expensive if I could do it under Title VII anyway, but it's going to be even more expensive because of the way I have to go about it, and it's done this way on purpose. It is done this way so that the victims are the ones who end up screwed and can't sue, can't get justice for the discrimination, the racism, the sexual harassment, or whatever injustice was done to the victim. So if you would like to support me, I would greatly appreciate it. I will leave the link to the GoFundMe in my description box. And I look forward to continuing to engage with people and explaining this process.